Hi there, Turgeon here, bringing you physics from afar. Gotta listen, gotta make it stick. That's supposed to be an ear. Let's get this going. I want to do this in under 5 minutes. Let's see if I can do that. Now, number 10, moving magnets create an electric current. Let's say I have this piece of metal and it's a paper clip. If I take a magnet, pretend this is a magnet, and I wave it around, it's going to create an electric current. But if it just sits there, it's not going to create an electric current. Number 11 is all about potential energy. Write down the equation. Remember your equation sheet. And the change in height is actually 7. Read the problem closely and you'll see the change in height is 7. The answer becomes obvious. By the way, the answer number 10 is obviously the only one that talks about moving the magnet, which is D. Number 12, wavelength. Yeah, we taught wavelength looking like this, but if you think about it, it's also from here to here. So that is one wavelength. There it is. I labeled the wavelength with a lambda. Equation. Equation sheet. Wavelength, frequency, answer. Part C. The frequencies are the same. They told us that because the pitches are the same. The wavelength is different. There it is, 0.39. Here's my explanation for the answer. Kinetic energy of molecules. The one that relates in part C shows that I added energy and I got more kinetic energy of molecules. Remember, frequency increasing, radio all the way to gamma. Let me try to remember. Radio, microwaves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma ray. Oh, I feel like I missed one, but anyway. As we increase, you can see that the answer here has to be choice B because we have a lower frequency there. Number 15, equation sheet. Change in velocity from the start, right off the graph. Change in time. The change in time just means like from beginning to end. You don't have to compare to some other time. And that's 6. That gives you an obvious answer. 24 divided by 6 is one of those. It's B. Number 16. Is it longitudinal, transverse, parallel? What is it? It is classic. This question is classic. It's all about longitudinal, air particles and sound, which means parallel. So the choice there, I believe, is pretty obvious. So listen to that. Number 17. This is really about voltage. Choice B is the one where the voltage is everything's getting the same and it's not being split up. So it's not being divided up. So it's choice B. Number 18. The force between the charges is based on distance. The distance affects the force. So you want to decrease that distance. Choice C. Decrease that distance to get more force because it's in the denominator. Also think logically about that. Number 19. This is all about mechanical and electromagnetic. Electromagnetic is light. So an electromagnetic wave does not need a medium. And a mechanical wave does need a medium. So that choice is A. Number 20, equation, Ohm's law, voltage, current, resistance. Put the numbers in. 30 divided by 5 is one of those answers. And this one's a little funky. The answer is C because work is a change in energy. So that change in energy also means bringing an object to a stop. So it's taking away the kinetic energy. So if you have more kinetic energy, it's going to take more work to change that energy. Number 22, if we remove that applied force, nothing else really changes. The answer choice is A, but the object is still moving forward. That's because of its inertia. Number 23, write down the equation for speed, distance over time. That's not a change in time. It's not really a change in time. It's really just a change in time from the beginning. So that change in time is really just 240 seconds. 0.5 meters per second, 120 over 240. Down here, Acceleration, equation. Change in time is really just the time from the beginning to the end, which they tell us. Change in velocity is really 0 to 0.5, so that's really 0.5. Gives you that answer. Net force, equation sheet. Mass acceleration, there's my force. Person 2, net force, it's lower because there's less inertia and it's easier to overcome. This has been Physics from Afar.